We're in Law 2150 with Dr. Parsons at Appalachian State University. We chose product liability and defective manufactured products. Each year, over 168,000 children are hospitalized because of toy-related injuries or death. Out of those injuries, 63% are choking hazards, 26% are caused by lead poisoning, and 81% of the total recalls made in the United States are toys manufactured or made in China. In this presentation, we will cover what defective products actually are, whose fault are they, and what's being done to fix it. We looked at 3 different cases involving product liability. In Case 1, Brazier vs. Hasbro, a small child choked on a toy Pokemon bouncy ball, which results in new regulations. In Case 2, Amon by Amon vs. Walgreens, a child was struck in the head by a lawn dart, which helped to define the classifications of what products are intended for children's use. In the last case, Lynn vs. Yamaha golf cart, a young girl is thrown from a golf cart. In this case is an example of determining which individuals in the supply chain are held liable for accidents. The most recent recalls in the United States include Hello Kitty toys found in McDonald's Happy Meals. It was recalled because of the small whistle component was a choking hazard to children. Toys R Us also conducted a recall recently on small wooden xylophones, which included choking hazards as well. Build-A-Bear Workshop recalled their colorful heart bears due to the small plastic eyes coming loose and creating a possible choking hazard. This goes to show that choking hazards do make up a large portion of the total recalls in the United States. We chose to look into and explain Brazier vs. Hasbro due to the fact that the results initiated new regulations for safety. In this case, Adrienne Brazier purchased 4 Pokemon Power Bouncers for her 3 sons. Her son Robert ended up getting one of the bouncy balls lodged into his throat and was rushed to the hospital where he later died. The father, Kevin Brazier, filed claims on 3 different conditions, which included misrepresentation on age restrictions, defective product, and defective product design. The age restrictions were not clear in stating that choking hazards posed a threat to all ages, not those just under 3. The product was considered defective because it was too small for children use. Mr. Brazier also claimed that the product design was defective because a child would try to free the Pokemon from inside the ball, just like in the TV series. The court instated new regulations for stricter labeling on children's products, which may contain small parts. Brazier was awarded punitive damages for their loss, but they did not win the product defect case due to insufficient evidence to prove their claims.
We looked at 2 different articles that provided in-depth explanation of product liability. When a company deals with recalls or product defects, there are several ways they are affected. Some direct costs include reverse flow, which is how much it costs the company to pull all the defective products back from the retailers. Disposal cost is the amount of money the company loses because they are unable to sell the defective products, and it also includes the amount it costs to disassemble and correctly dispose of the products. Legal and liability cost is the amount of money a company would pay if they are sued over the defective product. If the product is able to be fixed and meet safety regulations, the additional cost would be classified as restitution cost. The companies are affected indirectly as well. When a product is recalled, it can damage a company's image and affect sales on other products. It can also diminish their stock value or even market share. When a company is aware of a defective product, they have 2 options. They may either recall the product or not. Both decisions result in monetary loss. If a company recalls a product, they pay the cost to pull the product back, and they save the business's image and value. Deciding to not recall may result in harm or death to the consumers, which can lead to lawsuits, eventually destroying the company's image. When a consumer is harmed by a defective product, they may seek remedies from the parties of the distribution chain. Although all parties of the chain play a role in the product, some parties may be at fault more than others. Depending on the type of defect will influence which party is liable. Design defects are defects from the very beginning when the product is actually created. Manufacturing defects occur in the assembly process, and marketing defects are problems in advertising such as safety warning. Res is fal acquitur, which means the thing speaks for itself, is a doctrine that states that a defendant is held liable because the defect would not exist if someone was not negligent. At this point, the plaintiff does not need to show any more proof. Instead, the defendant is required to prove that they were not negligent. Another way to help minimize product defects are the federal agencies created to govern products. The FDA handles food and drug and even medical-related products. The CPSC handles all manufactured products, while the NHTSA handles products such as cars and highway safety. In conclusion, there are many products created every day that can harm you, but these products are constantly undergoing supervision from federal agencies such as the CPSC, and new regulations are being added or amended in order to keep you as a customer safe. Thank you.